What's good, people? I'm sitting out here looking out the window. It's when the sun comes up. I like to sit here and not think, so to speak. I just want to absorb, you know what I mean? And it just came to me about thoughts. You know, thoughts, you can't really think of anything outside of a person, places, or things. Find me someone who can come up with something so original, so out the box that, you know, it's like, where the hell did that come from? You know, everything that's been created that artists, musicians create came from another source. It's like secondhand almost, you know what I mean? To really know who you are is to see how you respond to outside influences coming towards you and how you react. That's who you really are, you know what I mean? Not your thoughts and all that other crap. Because right now, especially at this time, there's a lot of energy out here. There's a lot of entities just floating around trying to, you know, use people for the experience that they can't have no more, trying to steal your light, draw your energy, you know, the vampires. And I'm not talking about, because we're all vampires in some sort of, like, we all need to feed off of something else, you know, whether it be food, you know, drawing on inspiration from another person's achievements. But there's a reciprocity that happens in a healthy situation like that. But there's just people that just take and take and take and don't give back and just, you know, leave the dry husk there and move on to the next. That's what I'm talking about. And also, there's a focus that you should have in your life right now outside of all the drama and the bullshit. And you'll notice it more as more stuff will try to come at you to distract you from what you should be having your mind on. I'm not saying, you know, you go to work, you do your thing, you take care of what you need to do on this mundane level, but there's a part of you that you should be acknowledging, working on, striving to be a better version of yourself. And as fast as this world is like that, it's easy to get caught up, and then bam, you're behind. You know what I'm saying? You're falling behind, so to speak, and you don't want that, especially now. You want to keep pushing forward so you can make that jump, that shift, because, you know, things are ending, and wherever you are at that time, wherever your vibration is, you know, when that low vibration goes, if you're still there, you're going with it. It's like you won't be able to adapt to what's coming, you know. And your dreams should point the way for you. Your intuition, the things around you will give you clues, you know, because all life is many perspectives of the one. And what I mean by that is we could all look at the same object but have a different feeling about that object. Some of us might not like it, some of us might love it, some of us might like the texture of it, others the smell of it, but it's still the same object. If we're all one, then we are all perspectives of the one. Different perspectives sent to experience a variety of different things in order to grow and evolve. That simple. And I say at the end of this, if there is 7 billion people on this planet, there should be 7 billion different religions. Fuck you talking about, Phoenix? What I mean by that, you will not run across one person on this planet where you will agree with everything that they agree with. It's not possible. You will not like pizza and somebody else might. It could be something that simple that separates everything else that you agree with, that makes you unique. So you should have your own set of values, your own set of what you want to achieve, what you accomplish, the way you practice your spirituality. And it's not to say that it's not a communal thing, because it's communal anyway, but you're been programmed that it's separated anyway. Well, there's no difference between Muslim, Christian, and Jew in my eyes, except for the practice of it. And then you have the dogma behind it, where these people are using this information to control other people and keep them on a level. You know, that's that fuck shit right there. I don't deal with it like that. But I tell you what, because I've done it myself, if you look in all 3 of those books, you'll find something in all 3 of those books that can help shape your own religion. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not about following. It's about becoming your own, having your own perspective. And that's what makes this experience so much more enriching for you. When you're not following how somebody else views things and sees things, when you're making those decisions yourself. Alright? So that's the message for the morning. I hope everybody's even if you're, not okay. I don't do that peace and light thing, because it ain't always peace and light. If I say peace and light, then I'm going to say some hate and war behind that, because you have to have that balance. And the thing with that is you have to know when to use that wisely. There is no good and evil. If you got to scream on a motherfucker and cuss them out, you do it. Because a lot of this shit's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you a real quick story. I was in the gas station the other day. Sister walks in, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful sister, as most sisters are and everything, but that's the outside. They're changing shifts. I know I've seen a lot of the people behind the counter, we cool. And she comes out of her mouth, well, what the hell is taking so long? Well, blah, blah, blah. And the dude was nice enough to explain, look, we're changing shifts. She got to get her drawer. We got to get out of here. We're done. Well, blase, blah, this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, if the situation was reversed, everybody knows you don't want nobody fucking with you at work, especially when you're about to leave. Especially when you know there's a protocol you got to follow and there's nothing you can do about it, kind of thing, right? And that's the other thing. Not only should you have your own perspective, but you should be open to see other people's perspectives, whether or not you agree with it or not, just to see where they're coming from, just to form an understanding that deepens the bond of all of us being here at the same fucking time. And I mean all densities and levels. This shit we can't see, like cats and dogs can see a whole nother spectrum. Falcons and shit, they're like infrared with that. They can see a whole nother spectrum that we can't see, of beings, of places, but it all exists at the same time. Okay, but back to the story. Instead of getting caught in the drama where I wanted to say, bitch, shut the fuck up so they can do what they got to fucking do so we can all get out of here, you ain't helping the process. I told the people behind the counter, I was like, you know what? I appreciate y'all for what y'all do. Thank you, because y'all really don't have to work here. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put up with this. And you do in a certain aspect because you work behind that counter and you have a certain protocol that you have to follow that says you can't treat a customer a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that shit. You fuck with me on the job like that, I will curse you the fuck out. I don't care. That's just who I am, though. That's my religion. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you kill that fuck shit. You know what I mean? You don't even give it your energy because it feeds it. And that's what I mean by vampirism. People are going to test you in certain ways that make you react. And that adrenaline and that anger is what they feed off of. I mean, who do you want to win at the end of the day? Them or you is what you need to ask yourself. You know what I mean? Are you feeding the right things? Are you putting the seeds, the right seeds in the ground, and are you nurturing them with your intent, with your heart? You know what I mean? But that's the message for the day. Peace. Before the batteries go, a lot of artists will tell you that there's a lot that they've learned honing their craft about themselves. This part of the video is about knowing yourself. Know thyself. It's the oldest, it's the first thing you learn when you go into the mystery school. That's the whole reason for it, is knowing yourself and figuring out all that's underneath what you see. You know, this is that light, but what's in the dark? You know what I'm saying? You shine a light in there to see the fullness of who you are as a being. And a lot of artists I know, speaking for myself, but I know there's other artists out there that'll tell you they learn a lot about themselves during the journey, expanding, going into different mediums, having different clients that they're not usually used to catering to, but you take that on just as something to expand. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be just visual. It could be music. It could be poetry, shit. It could be just making love as an art. You know what I'm saying? So that's you fuck real good. Like that's a culmination of experience of you doing different things. That you just a master at the craft of breaking back, basically. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's because it's something that you're passionate about. You know what I mean? And that's where a lot of people get it misconstrued. It's not just for making money and all that. That's the residual. That's just part. That just comes with the territory of you being passionate and creating something unique and original. You know what I'm saying? That people resonate with because it'll come from somewhere that they can identify with, whether they say it or not. Whether they say it or not. And that will be something that people will come to you to either take advantage of and use. This is why you do your copywriting. This is why you do your poor man's copyright. You do your copyright. You protect your works like your children. So knowing thyself, is what I want to get at. And we're going to use an example. We're going to use me as an example. And just as a note, whenever you're searching for yourself and you're looking around for teachers, gurus, anybody who doesn't have first-hand experience, you need to throw that shit out the window. Anybody who can't show you what they did, and not so that you copy what they did, but they show you how to be yourself by being themselves. You know what I'm saying? These are the people you look to for maybe just a road sign, more so than the information. You can take what they have, and maybe bits and pieces will work for you, and that's cool. Everybody's done it. You know what I'm saying? There's artists that I've grown up loving. Dawood, Brother Man. There's an artist named Michael Zuli. His inks were ridiculous. When I tell you ridiculous, that's what made me pick up a pen and just, you know, step out of just pencil and shit like that. But the best way you can honor a teacher or anybody like that is to be yourself, because that's at the end what a real teacher would want you to be.